Hey everyone, it's Jess Tomlinson here with you today to talk about a buzzword, clarity. Clarity, 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 right? We hear this word a lot, and maybe you've been lacking some clarity in your own life. And in order for you to kind of figure out if maybe that's the place that you're in, I just want to talk a little bit about what I mean about clarity from the self-care perspective, since I'm a self-care coach. What clarity means in the self-care arena is that you are so crystal clear on your needs, wants, and desires. Okay, so oftentimes we are not clear. We've got like all of these different ideas coming in, and we're not really sure what we really need, want, and desire, because we're getting messages from so many different sources. So this reason is because of what I call the shoulds. So we adopt these shoulds of I should be this way, I should be that way. And when all of these shoulds filter into our life from sources like friends, family, media, society, all the different messages, right? And we adopt them as our own, they create this murkiness around what we really want, need, and desire. And so, therefore, there's a lack of clarity on our own needs, wants, and desires because we've adopted so many other ideas. So, we want to clear away all the clutter so that we can get to the clarity. And by doing that, you will stop living this life that feels very fuzzy and unclear because it's actually not the life that you really want to be living. And when we clear that clutter, it's going to feel so good to gain the clarity on what you really need, want, and desire so that you can move forward with a true sense of your own desires, which will lead you to a more meaningful life in your business, in your career, in your relationships, in your health. It applies to everything. So I'm really passionate about helping women get clarity in their lives, clarity on their desires, what they really want, without worrying about what the world wants for them. And the way that I suggest doing this is that process of shedding the shoulds. Now, oftentimes it can be really hard to shed the shoulds, to let go of all of these incoming messages and just focus on our own. So that's one of the main reasons that I produce a retreat that's an intimate, transformational experience in Bali called the Radiance Recharge. And that's really what I strongly suggest for women who are experiencing a lot of lack of clarity, is that they take the opportunity to get away on a retreat like mine or someone else's, or they create their own weekend experience. But what's really key is that you do it for long enough, you get away for long enough that you are out of your everyday grind. Because what happens when we're in our everyday routine is that we're just going through the motions. We're continuing to do what we've always done, and we don't have space to actually pull ourselves out of that everyday routine, put ourselves in a different location, right, where we won't have all those usual to-do lists, responsibilities, your job, like all those things that are in everyday life that hold us back from actually getting clarity, because space is clarity. It creates that opportunity for your own desires to rise to the surface, because all of a sudden it's safe for you to feel them, to actually begin to explore what that looks like. And this is a big deal. This is something that us as women, we need that space, and we don't create that space for ourselves. So I'm here to tell you, nobody else is going to do it for you unless you do it for you. That's why I'm super excited if you're wanting to really explore what this looks like to create space for yourself. You're going to have the opportunity to do that on a webinar that I've put together for you. You are invited. In just a few days it's happening. So you're going to find information, a link that you can follow to sign up on the next slide. So hang tight so that you can get that link. And then if you're like, Jess, I don't care about this webinar, I just want to really commit finally to creating space for myself to get clarity, whether that's on your relationships, on your career, on, your life. Like, what do you really, really want? I invite you to take the big leap and to explore, what could Bali mean for you? What could my retreat, the Radiance Recharge, mean for you? So the retreat is coming up. If you are interested, go to theradiancerecharge.com and you'll find a link to apply to have a conversation. You can read a little bit more about the amazing experience that I've created for you and the other phenomenal women that are coming with me on this sacred journey to gain clarity. All right. Stay tuned. Next slide if you want to sign up for the webinar. I will see you then, and I'll see you later, maybe on theradiancerecharge.com.